I know it's a long shot, but we gotta ask him.
Auroradon, we have come to make a request of you, please!
We are in the middle of a pandemic. Do you not see the state I am in? Oh, what do you ask of me, the Auroradon?
I'm sorry, my Auroradon. We know you cannot refuse a request on the day of the ban list update.
You are correct. What can I offer you today?
We want you to make Synchro playable.
Yes, I can manage that for you.
Oh, thank you, Auroradon!
Thank you, Auroradon!
Alright, good. Are we done with this bit? Oh, thank God. Oh, Jesus. That's disgusting. But you know what's not disgusting?
That's right, I'm talking about Raid Shadow Legends, baby! Raid Shadow Legends, the world-famous RPG, has recently rolled out their PC version with cross-play compatibility, perfect for people who suddenly have a lot of time on their hands. Of course, I could tell you all about this RPG with an unreal amount of champions and a huge player base, but I'd rather show you what I've accomplished after only a couple of days playing. And if you're interested, check out the link in the description of this video for sweet exclusive loot. So here's my home screen and... yeah, same, Homer 2305. So if you check out the Champions tab, you can real quick look through the people I've unlocked. I've got Kale, this was my starting hero, and not gonna lie, he's kind of a daddy. We've also got War Priest, who is supposed to be a support hero, but she hits like a house. We're gonna send these bad boys into battle. I've already played a fair amount, so I've unlocked a significant portion of the campaign. Let's just jump into Stage 3 in the Catacombs of Narbuk. Alright, this is not how I expected this one to go. Let's see if we can upgrade these heroes real quick. Oh, and it turns out it's because all of my champions are fighting in the nude. And now fully clothed, I think this is gonna go just a little bit differently. You can see we already haven't lost anyone. We're basically all at full health. You are just absolutely useless. There we go, my boy, coming in hot. Ooh, and a new champion unlock at the same time, Skull Squire. And we'll just take you out to eat. Much better. And since I've been playing for a couple of days, I've racked up a significant amount of shards. Let's just go ahead and open up a mystery shard. It can summon a common, uncommon, or rare champion, and with RNG prowess like my own, I'm sure it's going to be a rare one. Alright. Oh, not bad. And it's an uncommon. Well, I'll take what I can get. Shield Guard will definitely earn a slot on my team. And to ensure Kale will never have a defeat that miserably embarrassing again, let's just upgrade this champion's level by sacrificing one of the ones we just opened. Excellent. The game also has Arena, an exciting PvP mode where you can play against other players and test your competitive prowess. 10 different dungeons you can run in order to win artifacts to make your champions even stronger. And if you start now, the Battle Pass is on. Season 1 is live and you can win awesome rewards like those you see on your screen. Energy refills, gems, upgraded artifacts and sets, and excellent looking champions as well. You can find me in the game under the nickname MBT Yu-Gi-Oh! With a little profile picture that describes how I feel on the inside at all times. Go to the video description, click on the special links, and if you are a new player, you will receive 100,000 silver, 1 energy refill, 1 day experience boost, and a free awesome champion, Adjudicator. Imagine raising your hand and calling Judge at your nearest regional, once they start up again, to resolve a question about your pole position turbo deck, and she walks over to the table. You will find extra rewards in your inbox for the next 30 days only. Click the links in the description for your exclusive loot, and I'll see you in-game. Hey everybody, Joseph Rothschild here, aka NBT, back again with another episode of 10-Minute Testing. Welcome to the first of my quarantine videos. This week I elected to self-isolate in the hyperbolic time chamber with a copy of Hyper Librarian until I had mastered the Synchro Summon. I'm happy to say I've emerged with an incredibly silly combo list, one that definitely has legs despite the recent Halqifibrax adjacent ban list. So without further ado, presenting Mecha Phantom Beast Auroradon Turbo. So here's the list, and those of you with intimate deskbot knowledge might already have an inkling of where this is going to end up. As always, I'll give you a background about the archetype, a little bit of a discussion about what I hope the deck can do, and of course, the card by card. Now let's crash this plane, with no survivors! Mecha Phantom Beast Auroradon is a card that ticks basically every single fear box I've got. It's accessible off of a half-dozen single cards, it summons 3 tokens to your side of the field, and it's got powerful searching and destructive effects. Think of it as equal parts Gala Tea, Galaxy Tomahawk, and Summon Sorceress, and then weep with despair. Unlike all the aforementioned design mistakes, however, our drone has the most unfortunate text to ever be printed on a token generator. After activating his effect, you cannot perform a link summon for the remainder of the turn. Now, to those of you who think this is the nail in the coffin for any combo potential, however, I'd point you to a card with similar link-averse text that's now found its way onto the ban list, the Phantom Knights of Rusty Bardish. In a game with 10,000 moving parts, it's not difficult to turn anything with such raw power into a game-winning setup tool. Our deck aims to take advantage of an effect you may have forgotten about if you're not one of the 8 remaining Deskbot players. 004 quit for Vanguard. Deskbot 001, provided he's in the graveyard at the time, can special summon himself if 2 or more machine-type monsters are summoned simultaneously. If we work our way through Halqifibrax using this Tenacious Tuner, we can summon 2 after the resolution of Auroradon's effect. Though we may be locked from Link monsters, we are not locked from Synchros. Through some shenanigans with Herald of the Arclight, B-tier Cristrons, and additional main deck Mecha Phantom Beasts, we can consistently end on boards of Savage Dragon, Dawn Dragster, and Clausolus from as little as 1 card. Since our combos don't require much investment, I've stuffed the remainder of the list with hand traps. That way, even if we brick, we can be as irritating as possible in the process. So with that, let's get into the card by card. Firstly, our combo starters, 3 Deskbot 003 and 3 Scrap Recycler. If you're afraid we won't be able to combo consistently with only 6 starters, don't worry. Tons of different permutations of monsters still accomplish what we need, these ones just do it with 1 card. We're on a Fridge, 3001, Jet Synchron, and Gizmek if we already have everything already. Finally, we're on 2 Coltwing, he's kind of a Garnet, and 1 apiece of Ceravius and Clausolus. For classic hand traps, we're on 3 Nibiru, 3 Ash Blossom, and 3 Ogre. For spells, we're on 3 Called, then literally 9 one-ofs. Instant, 1 for 1, Pot, Upstart, Foolish, Reborn, Succession, Cycle, and Emergency Teleport. Finally, we're on 3 Infinite Impermanence, which is a heck of a lot better in Halq format. In the extra, we're on Theseus, Restrict, then a whole host of level 10, 8, 7, and 4 Synchros. That's just how our star lines work out. We're playing Satellite Warrior, Savage Dragon, Draco Berserker, Cybers Quantum, Dawn Dragster, Quadrax, 2 Herald of the Arclight, Boral Sword, Auroradon, Wyvern, Halq, and Link Haribo. So with that, let's jump into the games. Our first match is up against Dark Lord. This is just meant to showcase the combo, though since we've already drawn Clausolus, we'll be adding Ceravius at that step. We're going to lead with a copy of 003, special summoning a copy of 001 from deck before link summoning a copy of Halqifibrax and activating its effect to summon another 001. We'll link summon an Auroradon and summon 3 tokens to our side of the field, triggering 2 effects of 001 in our graveyard. Afterwards, we're going to begin Synchro summoning. We're going to lead with a copy of, you guessed it, Herald of the Arclight, followed by a Crystron. We'll use Auroradon's effect, destroying the Herald of the Arclight and a token for a copy of Coltwing. That'll trigger the Herald effect and add a copy of Ceravius to our hand, summoning 2 copies of a Mecha Phantom Beast token in the process. This triggers both 001s in graveyard, though we can only get 1. We're going to go into Dawn Dragster and this copy of Savage Dragon before activating Clausolus' effect and bringing it back with Cycle. We'll upstart now that the Garnets are out of our deck and pass it back to our opponent. Our opponent will lead with a normal summoned copy of Ukabak, and then when they activate Banishment, we'll negate it and they'll concede. So that's how most of your games are going to play out. Our second match is up against Kaiju Relinquished, which, I'll be honest with you, I've included because it's hilarious. The deck with main deck Lava Golem is probably the most equipped thing to deal with us. We have not drawn a copy of 003, but we have drawn a copy of Scrap Recycler and a 001 in hand. Though we're not going second, this should still be full combo. We'll lead with a copy of Scrap Recycler, sending a Jet Synchron, which we'll discard a 001 for, before link summoning a Halqifibrax and summoning a 001 from deck. We'll go into Auroradon, and thankfully we do have 2 001s in the graveyard, so when we summon 3 tokens, we'll trigger the effect of them both, summoning them to our side of the field. Next, we'll perform largely the same combo. We're going to go into a copy of Herald of the Arclight and a copy of Quad, before activating Auroradon's effect to destroy both of those monsters, triggering the effect of Herald and the effect of Coltwing off of our summon. We'll summon 2 tokens, and this time we'll activate both effects of 001 to play around Bell, I suppose. Afterwards, we're going to Synchro summon a copy of Dawn Dragster, a copy of Savage, equipping this copy of Needle Fiber, and then activate Clausolus' effect to get Cycle to bring him back, and passing it back to our opponent with 2 different hand traps in hand. They'll lead with a copy of Lava Golem, and follow it up with a Kaiju. Okay, they'll reborn our copy of Savage and then activate Preparation. I guess I'll Ash that. They're going to Blind Allure, and God, not only did they find it, they found a better Ash target! Thankfully, we do have the Ghost Ogre for this copy of Relinquished, and while we don't have lethal on the following turn, we're pretty darn close. We have a Nibiru, in case they turn into a combo deck. We're going to attack directly for 21, for 16, and 3,000, which puts them just under lethal. Let's see what they rip off the top, and it's nothing. They'll go ahead and concede. So it's time for Game 3, and you know what that means, a best of 3 versus meta. Now I'm not going to purport to know what's metagame relevant post-ban list, but I'm pretty sure Salamangrator's still good. Unfortunately, our hand is not. We've got 3 hand traps, a Garnet, and a 0/0/1. This Linkuriboh is gonna have to get us there. We're gonna set a copy of Infip and pass it back to our opponent, who for turn draws a Pot of Desires. They'll activate Salman Great Circle and find a Gazelle. They always seem to have it, before going to Balinks and triggering the effective Gazelle in hand. They'll special Gazelle and add a copy of Sanctuary to hand before activating the effective Gazelle. We'll Ash it because I don't think we can beat Roar. They'll Pot of Desires, afterwards going to activate Spinny's effect. They'll link summon a copy of Salman Great Wolf and a copy of Balinks. I'm waiting on the rock because I want them to go into the second copy of Salman Great Wolf, and there it is. Alright, the rock descends. They'll set 1 card, and with a copy of 0/0/3 on top of our deck, we might be able to do this. We'll activate 0/0/3 and eat an Ash Blossom for our trouble. Okay, I guess we'll activate its effect and go to battle phase. We'll attack into the token and eat a Rage as well. This is going to trigger the Gazelle in the hand, and we'll Infinite Impermanence it, but they can add it back any multitude of ways. For turn, they draw a second copy of Foxy. They're going to normal summon it and then activate its effect. Wow, a lot of great stuff on the top of their deck. They're going to take the Roar before activating Spinny's effect and Update Jammer. Transcode Talker. Oh my god, are we dead here? It looks like we are. They'll go to battle phase, attack, and activate the effect of Update Jammer, dealing 1,015 before attacking twice with Transcode and winning the game. So it's time for game 2, and while this hand might not look very good, I assure you, it is full combo. We're going to lead with a copy of 0/0/1, which we will turn into a copy of Linkuriboh before activating Monster Reborn, bringing back the 0/0/1, and link summoning Halqifibrax. We'll get a 0/0/1 from deck and go into Auroradon, see I told you, before special summoning 3 tokens and 2 0/0/1s from our graveyard. After that, we're going to do the combo we've all come to know and love. We will Synchro Summon a copy of Herald. Afterwards, we're going to Synchro Summon a copy of Quad, and then activate Auroradon's effect in order to destroy both of our monsters, triggering the effect of both Coltwing and Herald. Since we already have a Colossus in hand, we'll get Saravius. We're going to activate both effects of 0/0/1. I am firmly playing around Bell at this point in time, before going to Dawn Dragster and a copy of Savage Dragon, equipping the Halqifibrax, and activating this copy of Colossus, bringing it back with Cycle, setting 2 Infinite Impermanence, and targeting Protection on top. Wow, what a hand! Our opponent is going to lead with Lady Debug. What a great target for Infinite Impermanence. After that, they're going to activate Signet Mining. Oh, I will Dragster that. Thank you very much. They'll will into a copy of Balinks. They'll get a copy of Sanctuary before activating Spinny's effect. They'll activate another Signet Mining, and yeah, I'll negate that as well. Absolutely. After that, they're going to go into Sunlight Wolf, Reincarnation Summon it, so they get a copy of Roar, but I think the writing's on the wall for this one. For turn, we draw, oh my gosh, a copy of Jet Synchron. We'll normal summon it to use Linkuriboh's effect, activate Colossus's effect, switch our monsters to attack, and they'll concede. So it's time for that all-important Game 3, and oh my god, we've both drawn so well. Our opponent is going first, but we have 3 hand traps. I mean, can we eke it out? They're going to lead with a copy of Lady Debug, and the joke's on you. We have an Infinite Impermanence for that. Oh, well, looks like the joke's on us. No, wait, no. The joke is still on my opponent, because we have an Ash Blossom for the circle. And they followed up with the Signet Mining we can't interrupt. Okay, joke's back on me. They're going to link summon a copy of Balinks, then trigger the effect of Gazelle, but joke's on you once more! We have another copy of Infinite Impermanence. Oh well, they can will the Salman Great back a copy of Balinks, they'll activate Sunlight Wolf, go into a Reincarnation Summon Sunlight Wolf for a circle, and pass it back to us. Meep and I have achieved clown-to-clown communication. We'll activate Scrap Recycler's effect, no reason to go through a long combo, we can just reborn this copy of Ash Blossom and activate the effect of Halqifibrax for a 0/0/1, and the effect of Auroradon. From here, since we have perfect knowledge of all the cards in our opponent's hand inside of the field, I believe we've won the game, but I'm going to play it out as if we hadn't. We're going to special summon 2 copies of 0/0/1, and then afterwards we're going to, you guessed it, Synchro Summon a copy of Herald of the Arclight and a copy of Quad. We'll activate this copy of Auroradon for a copy of Coltwing, whose effect we will activate alongside Herald of the Arclight for a Colossus. We'll get a couple of tokens and 2 0/0/1 activations from the graveyard, one of which will make it onto the field. Afterwards, we are going to Synchro Summon a little bit differently. We're going to make Quantum Dragon and Savage Dragon because we have to get rid of that remaining monster on the field. We'll cycle away that token for a copy of Kloss and go to battle phase. We'll attack into the copy of Sunlight Wolf, then directly a bunch of times for lethal. So we're back with the deck, and while this deck list certainly isn't optimized, it's already showing signs of potential. Let's do the pros and cons. First, the pros. It's,
Why are we here? Just to combo?
consistent. There's about 1,000 ways to get to the combo, and even in a worst-case scenario where you're forced to make Halqifibrax without 0/0/1, you can still pop off reasonably hard with about 2 accessible tuners post-Phantom. 2, it's flexible. Any deck whose entire game plan can be executed in under 15 cards has a ton of room for extenders, disruption, and insurance. We're only playing the obvious includes. As this gets tuned, it has the potential to be a house. And 3, its end board is extremely powerful. With an absolute minimum of an Omni Negate, Spell and Trap Negate, and Extra Deck Monster Negate, anything is going to have a hard time outing your board. And the cons. 1, it's telegraphed. After your opponent sees the combo one time, they're going to be able to execute it just as well as you are. They'll save their interaction for where it counts, namely Halqifibrax or Auroradon. 2. It uses monsters that already have a huge target on their head. Every competent strategy is going to be out for Halq Blood. And 3, it's got next to no extension or rebuildability to speak of. Provided everything lives, you're honestly going to get a single pop out of Auroradon in terms of OTK capacity, so if they can break or invalidate your board in any way, that's the end of the game. All in all, it's an exciting new deck and definitely a promising shell for Tomahawk's Geneva-banned cousin, but there's no guarantee it won't end up another deck in the pile of failed Halq strategies. So that's that. Thanks to my patrons, Protagify, Tyler Slacks, Miko Reichman, Crispy, Sir Tachyon, Dan the Man Hoban, Bleb, Blake Root, Standards Objective, Jeff Leonard, Emperor Stove, TJ Steakhouse, Pro Yugi Dad, Picnic Blasted, Burrito Man 93, Fighting Fang Wong, Donnie Fillerup, Meatmoto 27, Adam Sundquist, Isaac Jackson, Second Lucas Geardis, Adam Trevino, Adrian Bra, and others. If you like my videos, please consider subscribing, and if you want to be part of the process, consider following me on Twitch as well. See you next time.